Hi, my name is Amar. In this video, I will discuss how to do form validation in Flutter using GetX. Here, I have created a project form validation Flutter GetX by using the GetCLI tool. After creating the project, here I have created a folder named as images. Inside this images folder, I have taken this PNG image. Okay, and after that, in the pubspec.yaml file, I have written here assets -images / this means I can use all the images of the images folder. Okay, now after that, in the views folder there is a home view file. Here I have written the code to design this user interface which you can see in the output. Okay, now here you can see that the class home view is extending the get view which is taking the home controller type. Now after that, in the build method there is a scaffold widget, and in the body I have taken a safe area. As a child of the safe area, I have taken a container widget, and after that I have specified some margin. Okay, in the width I have written context.width. This means it will take the entire width of the screen. In the height I have written context.height. This means it will take the entire height of the screen. Okay, now as a child of the container, I have taken a single child scroll view, and as a child of the single child scroll view, I have taken a form widget. Right now, as a child of the form widget, I have taken a column widget, and as a children of the column widget, here I have taken the image. After that, there is a sized box. After that, there is a text, as you can see in the output. First of all, this image is there. In the text, welcome to Ripple's code is written. After that, there is a sized box. Now we have a text form field having the label text as email. After that, there is again sized box. Now again there is a text form field having the label text as password. Here the obscure text is true, and after that there is a elevated button inside the constraint box with this button style. As you can see, this is the button style which I have applied to the elevated button, and whenever this button will be pressed, at that time certain functions will happen that I will discuss later on. Okay, now there is nothing to discuss in this user interface. My main purpose is to discuss how to do form validation in Flutter using GetX, and that portion I will discuss now. Okay, now let me move to the home controller. Inside the home controller, here what I will do, here I will create a global key. Now this global key is used to identify a form uniquely. So let me create it. Final global key which will take form state, and here I will give it name as login form key. Okay, equals to global key of form state. Sorry, global key of form state. Right. Now let me import the packages. Let me import the material.dart. Okay, fine. Now here I will create two text editing controllers to take the value from the email text field and from the password text field. Right. So here I am writing let text editing controller email controller and password controller. Okay, fine. Now here I will declare two more variables to store the email and to store the password. Right now, sorry, here I need to put a semicolon. Now in the onEdit method, I will create the instance of these text editing controllers. And so here I will write email controller equals to text editing controller, right? And let me copy this and let me paste it here. Now it will be password controller. So I have created the instance of email controller and password controller. Right now, in the onClose method, what I will do, I will dispose these controllers, and to do that, here I will write email controller dot dispose and similarly I will dispose the password controller as well. Okay, password controller dot dispose. Right, now after doing this, here I will create a method to validate the email, I will create a method to validate the password, and I will create a method to do the login. Right, so here let me create the method. The method name will be validate email, and it will take a parameter string value. Okay, and let me give the return type of this method as string, and let me make it nullable. Okay, now here I will check the value which is stored inside this variable is a valid email ID or not, and to do that, here I will write if not get utils dot is email, and here I will pass the value. It will check whether the value which is stored inside this value variable is a valid email or not. Okay, if it is not, then here I will return a message provide valid email. Right, otherwise what it will do, it will return null. Right, now similarly I will copy this, I will paste it here. Now I will change the method name to validate password, it will take the value. Now here I will check if value dot length, means the value which is stored inside the value variable, if its length is less than equals to 6. Okay, then here I will write password must be of 6 characters. Right, now here I will create a method to do the login. So here I will write void check login. Actually this function will validate the form, and if the form is valid, then it will perform the login functionality. Okay, so here let me declare a variable final. Let me give the variable name as is valid equals to login form key, login form key which I have created above dot current state. It will check the current state of the form, and here I will check dot validate, means I am validating the form, and here I will apply the null check operator. Okay, now if the form is valid, then this variable will contain true, otherwise it will contain false. Right, so here I will write if not is valid, means if the form is not valid, then return. Okay, sorry, here return, after that need to put a semicolon. Otherwise what I will do, here I will write login form key dot current state dot save. Okay, and here I will apply a null check operator. Now what this method will do, the save method will assign the form values or the form inputs with the variables which is attached to the inputs. Okay, this means the value which we are providing to the email text field will be assigned to the email variable, and the value which we are writing to the password text field will be assigned to the password variable. Okay, that is the functionality of this save method. Okay, now let me move to the home view, and here inside this form I will assign the key. So here I will write key, and the key is present inside the controller, inside the home controller actually. Okay, so here I will write controller dot login form key. Okay, need to put a comma. After that here I will move to the text form field. Here in this text form field, in the controller, I will write controller dot email controller, and here I will write on saved on saved. After that it will take the value, this will be a method actually, value, and here I will assign the value of this text field to the email variable. So here I will write controller dot email equals to value, because this value variable will contain the value of this email text field. Here I will apply a null check operator, right? After that here I will write, or here I will apply the validator also. So here in the validator, here I will write validator, after that value, and in the value here I will write return controller dot, the entire logic is written inside validate email, and after that here I will pass the value. Okay, and here I need to apply the null check operator. Okay, similarly I will do the same thing to the password field. So let me copy this and I will paste it here. Now instead of this email controller it will be password controller, and here it will be password, and instead of validate email it will be validate password. Okay, that's it. Now this validation will start whenever I will click on this login button. So in the on pressed of the button I will call controller dot the function which I have created, that is check login. Okay, now let me start the project, or let me run the project. Okay, now let me click here. Now once I click here, then you can see the form is validated. Provide valid email, password must be of 6 characters. Now let me write the password here. Suppose here I am writing 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now see, when I have written 6 characters, then this validation error should go, and to do that here I need to do the auto form validation, and to do that inside the form here there is a property which is called as, let me write it here, auto validate. Okay, auto validate mode. Here I will write auto validate mode dot on user interaction. Okay, this means whenever the user interacts with the form, at that time this auto validate will work. Now let me again run the project. Now if I click on the button, then you can see the form validation happens. Now here in the password field, let me write 1 2 3 4 5 6. It is not validated actually. Let me move to the home controller and let me remove this equals to sign from here. Let me run it again. Now let me click here, form validation happens. Now let me write the password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now see, the validation error goes. Okay, this is the functionality of this auto validate mode. Let me write the email as well, a @ let it be gmail.com, and see the validation error goes. Now here auto validate mode, there is one on user interaction, there is one more field, that is dot always. Okay, and let me again run the project. Now without the user interaction the form will be validated, because here I have written auto validate mode dot always. Now see, without clicking on the button the form is validated. That is the functionality of always. Now if you want to disable the auto validate mode, then here one more property is there, that is called as disabled. Now it is better to use on user interaction. Okay, this is how the form is validated in Flutter using GetX. I hope you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.